Hi students, welcome back to your English course at Afte, and today we're going to start the first trimester. The first trimester is going to be based on Unit 6 and 7. Your book is English ID by Richmond. The author is Paul Salison, and your level is A2B. So let's get started. Unit 6 starts talking about free time activities, the leisure time. And then I ask you, what do you do in your free time for fun? Do you relax? Do you do any activities? I do yoga. I play volleyball sometimes. And I go swimming. I relax a lot. What about you? What do you do in your leisure time? So we use the verbs do, play, and go with some sports and activities. So let's learn the difference. Let's study. Take a look at the picture. The boys are swimming, right? So this is what they do in their free time. They go swimming. They swim. What about you? What do you like doing? So let's start talking about the difference with these verbs, go, play, and do. We use these verbs to talk about activities, sports that we do, that we play, that we go doing, right? So, which verb is the right one to use with some sports and activities? What about activities that you do? What are your favorite ones? And which sports do you like doing? I love yoga, surfing, and volleyball. But if I want to talk about these activities, I need the three different verbs and how to choose. Let's pay attention. Take a look at this picture. The kids are swimming, right? So these kids can't wait to go swimming. We use the verb go plus a verb in the ing form. What is the ing? Remember, it's the gerund, right? So we use go plus a verb in the gerund, in the ing. Okay? Go is typically used for individual activities. Only one person is needed. And go always comes before an ing verb. Examples: go running, go jogging, go walking, go skydiving, go hiking the mountains, go cycling, go camping, go shopping. It's a sport, right? Go shopping for the women. Yeah. So go is also used with most water sports. Remember that we use the verb go plus the verb in the ing form, especially with the water sports like swimming, right? Like go diving, go snorkeling. What's the difference? Go diving means to go deep into the water with some equipment, right? And go snorkeling is only when you go on the surface of the water, and then we use a mask, some special equipment for snorkeling, right? Go fishing, go jet skiing, go sailing. So these are the verbs that we use to talk about these activities. All right? Go plus a verb in the ing. The second one, we use the verb do. Take a look at the picture. Do you do yoga? She does, right? So, do is used for exercises, workouts, and martial arts. Examples: do Pilates, do karate, do jiu-jitsu, do Zumba, and do aerobics. Do sit-ups, do push-ups, do squats, do burpees, do stretches, do planks, ouch, right? So remember, we use the verb do, especially for exercises, workouts, and martial arts. Okay? Now take a look at the picture. What sport do you think they play? Play is used for team sports. major league sports, games, and musical instruments. Remember, we use play with volleyball, soccer, basketball. They are team sports, right? Play video games and musical instruments like play the violin, play the piano. All right? So take a look. Play soccer, play tennis, play basketball, play ping pong, play golf. All these are sports about team sports and league sports, right? And the other examples are play poker, play Monopoly, play chess, play the guitar, play the piano. These are other uses of the verb play, right? Now let's pay attention to the example. How do you complete? Did you figure out which verbs to use with your favorite activities? Take a look at the example to complete. I like to go, do or play yoga. Remember, I use do. I like to do yoga. We use do for exercises, right? Then we have go, do or play surfing. Remember the verbs in the ing we use after the verb go. So you say go surfing. And the last one, volleyball, it's a team sport, right? So which verb do we use? Go, do or play? We use play. So the correct sentence would be I like to do yoga, do, go surfing, go plus the verb the ing, and play volleyball. Play, right? So let's continue. Let's review the verbs play, do, and go with sports and activities. Remember, play is used with ball sports and competitive games where you play against another person. It means to take part in a game which is played with rules. Remember, play used with both sports, games, all right, in a competition that you play with another person. And it also means to take part in a game which is played with rules, instructions, right? So pay attention to the examples. I often play tennis. Tennis is a ball sport. Do you play poker? Poker is a competitive game. You play to win, like chess, play chess, right? Do. Do is used for recreational activities and a non-team sport. You don't use a ball, remember. We use do with exercises, right? Example. Peter does karate every day. I do a crossword puzzle in my free time. Remember, you do something for fun. You do exercises, not a team sport, and we don't use a ball with the verb do, right? Just with the verb play. And go. Remember, go is often used with activities that end in the verb in the gerund, in the ing form. You go somewhere to do something. Examples. Examples. I am going finishing tomorrow. Do you go skiing? Okay? So remember, play volleyball, do yoga, go surfing, alright? Go swimming. Let's continue. Now we're gonna do this exercise about the differences here using the verb do, go, and play, right? Pay attention to the correct form that you're going to use the verbs, right? Number one, he used to jogging every morning when he was a young boy. So when he was a young boy, he used to do jogging, to go jogging, or to play jogging. Which verb is the correct one? Don't use I don't know, okay? So if you did this exercise online, you checked your answer, right? So you say he used to go jogging. Remember, go plus the verb in the ing. In number 2, we have this summer, Tim is going to go, play, or do horseback riding. What can I say? So I say go horseback riding. Remember, after the verb go, we use another verb in the ing form. Go riding, right? Go horseback riding. In number 3, we have where is Mary? She's doing aerobics now, she's playing aerobics now, or she's going aerobics now? She is She is doing aerobics now. Remember, do plus an exercise, an activity, right? In number 4, we have a question. Have you ever gone? Have you ever done? Or have you ever played snowboarding? Pay attention to the verb in the ing form, snowboarding. So we use the verb go plus the ing. All right? So you say, have you ever gone? Remember, when I ask a question, have you ever gone? I'm talking about the present perfect use. And the verb have plus the verb in the past participle form this verb structure, right? We're going to study about this later. The answer is no, I haven't. It is much too difficult for me. Exercise number 5 we have. My grandma is 80, but she still does gymnastics, goes gymnastics, or plays gymnastics. As we used in aerobics, gymnastics is an exercise, right? So you say she still does gymnastics every morning, right? So let's continue. In number 6, you play rugby on a pitch. Where do you do, play, or go? Which verb do you use with the word badminton? That means jogar petecas. It's similar to play tennis, right? So the verb used here for this game is play. You play the game. You play badminton, right? What about number 7? Stephen and his son play, do, or go hiking in woods every summer. Which verb do we use with the other verb in the ing form? Do you remember? We use the verb go. So you say, Stephen and his son go hiking in woods. What is the meaning of go hiking? It is when you walk. And woods means the forest. You walk in the forest, right? So you go hiking in the forest, in the woods. Number 8. When he was a child, he wanted to do football, go football, or play football for his country. Remember the verb that we use with a TM? Remember? It is the verb play, right? So you say play football. Number 9. When he was 11, he loved playing basketball, doing basketball, or going basketball. Again, like number 8, football, play football, we use play basketball. But why do we use playing? Because it is after the verb love. You can say he loved to play or he loved playing basketball, right? Number 10. Last Saturday, my uncle and I did fishing, went fishing, or played fishing. Again, which verb do we use before another verb in the ing? We use the verb go. And what is the past tense of go? Past tense of go is went. So you say, last Saturday, my uncle and I went fishing and caught 3 big fish, right? Number 11. I don't have much free time, but when I find some, I do soccer, I go soccer, or I play soccer with my friends. Remember, with the word soccer, that is a game that you play with a team, we use the verb play. So I say I play soccer with my friends. Number 12, Tell me, where are you going to go skiing? Playing skiing or do skiing? Which of these three verbs do we use with another verb, the ing form? Remember, we use go. Remember? So you say, tell me, when are you going to go skiing this winter? Right? And number 13, the question is, can your sister swim? The answer, yes, she can. She goes swimming. She does swimming or she plays swimming every Sunday. Another example using the verb in the ing form, which is the verb that we use before that. The verb is go. As I'm talking about she, the third person singular, I say she goes. With the verbs that finish in O, we add es for he, she, it, right? In the present. I say I go, but I say she goes, right? And I say she goes swimming. After the verb go, I use the other verb in the ing form. Number 14, I go fishing on Saturdays and I play yoga. I go yoga or I do yoga? Do you remember that? Yoga is an exercise, a meditation exercise. So, which is the verb that I use with yoga? I say I do yoga. Yoga is an exercise, right? And number 15, the last one, karate is a great exercise for me, but learning how to play karate, how to go karate, or how to do karate. Which of these three verbs do you use with martial arts? Remember, the same way as I use that for exercises, I use for martial arts. So the verb is do, how to do karate. Okay? So learning how to do karate well takes a lot of time. Okay? Until you get the black belt, right? Now let's check the answers here in the yellow box. Check my test. I'm waiting. So that was excellent. My result was excellent. So I say he used to go jogging, go horseback riding, doing aerobics. Have you ever gone snowboarding? My grandmother is 80, but she still does gymnastics. Number 6, you play rugby and you play badminton. Both are games. 7, go hiking. 8, play football. 9, playing basketball. He loved playing basketball. 10, went fishing. Went is the past tense of go fishing, went fishing in the past. Number 11, play soccer. Number 12, go skiing. 13, go swimming. Alright, but I use she goes because I'm talking about the third person singular. She goes swimming. Number 14, go fishing on Saturdays and I do yoga on Sundays. 15, the last one, karate is a great exercise for me, but learning how to do karate well takes a lot of time. Okay? This is it. Thank you for your attention here in this exercise. I hope that you could get here great results, right? So the last part of our unit here is in forum, right? So when you go to check here in Ava, you're going to click here in this icon, right? And then you check the forum. So you're going to write about a sentence talking about your leisure time. The question here is, do you know what leisure time is? It is a period of your everyday life you use for enjoyment, time to relax and have fun. Remember, activities that you do, that you play, sports, games, everything that you do for fun, okay? And it's very important and necessary to have fun these days so you can relax a little. Now, finishing doing all the activities, the exercise that was online, The forum time is to make comments about these fun activities or sports that you play, your leisure activities, right? Remember, the word leisure means lazer, right? So using the verbs do, play, and go, describe the free time activities that you do for fun. Let's participate. It's part of your AP and it's your grade, right? So you click here in this icon and then you're going to open, and in the end of it you can say the limit time that you have to post your comments, and here is the limit date for your post in this forum, that is Friday, March 12th. All right, so in the end of this day you have this limit to post your comments, right? When you're going to write your comment here, you click here, that is add a new topic of the discussion, right? And then you check. When you click here, you're going to check about the subject. What is the subject? My leisure time, right? And then you write here about I have a lot of fun activities that I love doing, right? Which are they? And then you say, remember that I do yoga, aerobics, I play soccer or volleyball, whatever, with my friends on the weekend, blah, blah, blah. And remember to use the three verbs: do with an exercise, play with a sport with that you use the ball and with the team, right? And then we use the verb go plus another verb in the ing, and I go swimming every night. Okay? So you're just going to write some sentences in a small paragraph, in a short paragraph, right? That's it. So here I can see that the students' numbers 6176, 6037, 5415, 5960, 6399, 6106, and others like here I have 5389, 6397, and 5430. So these were the students that have already done. And where are the others? So here it is part of your AP1. If you didn't do, please try to do it until 11:59 today, right? Don't forget. An example is about this one. Take a look. The student wrote, I like playing football, playing with my cell phone, watching movies and series, swimming, cycling, going to the mall, and going to the cinema. Remember that I asked you to use the verbs play. He used the verb play correctly with sports, right? With games. And I also asked to use the verb go. He wrote here swimming, but you could use go swimming, go cycling, all right? And the verb do that he didn't mention, he could say, and I do my exercises on the bike, right? And I do karate, judo. So that's it. And I'm going to evaluate you here from 0 to 100. As this student here didn't write about the verb do, so he's not going to get 100. That's the point, right? Did you understand how to do it? So pay attention. When I give you the answer as a feedback, I write here Good job, right? That you did, that you wrote here. And I also say, pay attention to this. And then I ask you to pay attention that when we use the pronoun I never use I like this. I like playing football, right? So how do you say? Use capital letters. What is a capital letter? It means letra maiúscula. So you say, I like playing football, right? Not I like. Okay? That's the point. Another point here that I also talked about is using go cycling and go swimming. Remember that we use the verb go together with another verb in the ing form, right? So using go cycling and go swimming is more correct. So you didn't use the verb do that I asked, plus an exercise for martial arts. Remember? Like I do yoga. Alright? So that's the point. Like I do yoga. Alright? And then I give you as a private answer and I evaluate you about a good grade because you wrote very well. So your grade is 98. Congratulations, right? That's it. So let's do the exercise. Based on the photos we have already seen, you're going to complete here the sentences using the verb go, right? With these verbs bow, camp, climb, club, dive, fish, hang out, hike, and work out. So let's pay attention here. So as you can see, number one, they are hiking. So you can say the activity is go hiking. Number two, go fishing. Number three, go camping, right? People do that a lot in Presidente Figueiredo, next to the waterfalls, right? Next to the beaches. Number four, it is using the equipment and go deep into the water, you go diving. Number five, you can go climbing a rock like this. Okay, number six, people here are bowling. So they are going bowling. Number seven, we can see people going to a nightclub to dance. So you can say go clubbing. Alright? Number 8 and number 9 are the verbs work out, that is exercise. And number 9, hanging out. They are just having fun together, doing nothing, just laughing, right? When you go out with your friends, you can say hang out. Alright? So let's check the answers here for this exercise with the verbs bow, camp, climb, club, dive, fish, hang out, hike, and work out. So let's remember the answers. And then we have number 1 is go hiking. Those people there walking, right? They are going hiking, they are walking. Number 1. Number 2, go fishing. Okay. And then we have number 3, go camping. 4, go diving. 5, go climbing. 6, go bowling. 7, go clubbing. 9, hang out. And number 8, work out. If you have any questions about this vocabulary, please talk to me. But let's remember, fish means pescar. You can say I fish or I go fishing. They both mean the same. Alright? You can say I hike with my friends, I walk with my friends, or I go hiking with my friends. You can say I camp out with my family, or I go camping, right? You can say I dive or I go diving. That means mergulhar, right? Hike means caminhar. Camp means acampar and fish means pescar, right? Ball means jogar boliche. When you say eu jogo boliche, you can say in two ways. You can say I bowl or I go bowling. Go bowling is more common to say, to use than bowl, right? And it's more frequently spoken, right? The same way, climb. You can say I climb this rock every weekend, or I go climbing, right? I go climbing. And the same way, go clubbing or going to nightclubs, go dancing or you can say I dance. I dance with my friends or I go dancing with my friends. All right? You don't use hang out with the verb go. You don't say going hanging out. No, it's not common to use that. The same way as going working out. No, it's more common to say the verbs. I hang out with my friends every Friday night and I work out on Saturday morning, right? So, did you understand? If you have any problems, any difficulties here by doing the exercise, please talk to me, alright, in the chat message. Now let's listen to the audio about a visit to Florida. What activities that you recognize when you listen to this audio that you can do there in Florida? Florida is a state in the United States of America, right? So listen.
Welcome to fabulous Florida, the Sunshine State. It's the perfect place for all kinds of exciting outdoor activities. You can go hiking, fishing, or camping, and you can go diving or climbing. We have thousands of square miles of beautiful parks and countryside for you to explore. Or, if you prefer indoor activities, why not go bowling, go clubbing, or work out at one of our many great gyms? If you like exercising and enjoy sunny weather at the same time, you can even work out on our lovely beaches. And at the end of a fantastic day, just hang out with your friends or the friendly locals. That's Florida, the Sunshine State.
So, have you ever been to Florida? The question is about if you visited Florida at any time in your life. So when I ask a question, have you ever been to a place? My question is to identify if you have traveled or not to that place, if you have visited that place or not, right? And if you visit Florida, you can say all the activities that you could recognize here in this audio. The first one, go hiking, go fishing, go camping, go diving, go climbing, and lots of other activities that you can explore. The beautiful parks, thousands of square miles of countryside, right? And if you don't like nature and if you don't like countryside, you can go indoor activities like go bowling, go clubbing, you can go dancing, right? In a nightclub. Or you can work out and exercise a lot. The sunny weather contributes a lot for these fun activities, right? And of course, don't forget about the lovely peaches. They are fantastic. Okay? So, that's it. Attention to these common mistakes, right? It's not common to say, let's go to the club. No. It's more common to say, let's go clubbing. That means to have fun in a nightclub, dancing, talking with friends, enjoying the time, right? Another example here, you can say, yesterday I went running with some friends. You don't use yesterday I ran, past tense of run. Remember that we talked about regular verbs and irregular verbs in the simple past tense in A2B, right? So when I say I ran, it is also correct. It's the verb run in the past simple because the verb run is irregular. So it's common to say I ran or I went running. It's more common to say go running. So you use the past tense of go, that is went. I went running. Okay? More common. And when I say I surfed but I never went to parasail. Eu surfei, mas eu nunca andei de paraquedas. Né? So, in English, it's not common to use the verb in the past when you talk about something that you don't mention the time. When you mention the time, remember we use the simple past tense, but when don't mention the time, present perfect tense is more common to use. So, what is present perfect tense? We're going to study about this now. When we say I've been surfing, it means that you surfed in the past, but you continue doing that up to the present moment. So you surfed and you continue surfing. That's the idea. That's why I use the present perfect continuous tense. So you say, I have, that is contracted into I've been, that is the past participle of the verb to be. So you say I've been, and the principal verb, the main verb in the ing form. So you say, I've been surfing. And another form of using the present perfect tense, it is when you say, I've never been parasailing. It means what? In the negative form. You can say, I haven't been or I've never been. Both ways are correct in the negative form. And you use again the verb have, that is the auxiliary verb of the present perfect tense. I have contracted. I. And then we have the adverb never, and been, that is the past participle of the verb to be. I've never been. And another verb in the ing form. And the main verb parasailing in the gerund, in the ing form. So you say, I've never been parasailing. Okay? You didn't do that in the past, and you haven't done that up to the present moment. That is the function to use present perfect tense when you want to say that you didn't do up to the present situation, up to the present moment. You have never been parasailing. Do you understand the use? Let's go ahead. Now, take a look at the audio again. And here in the script, let's pay attention which are the adjectives that you can find here. The first one I can see is fabulous. And then we have sunshine state. The state is the noun, and sunshine is the quality, the adjective, right? Another adjective here is perfect. Next, exciting. Another here that you can say is beautiful, right? So let's check the others. Pay attention to the adjectives here. Number one, fabulous, sunshine, perfect, exciting, beautiful, great, sunny, lovely, fantastic, and friendly. So when I'm talking about here, you can see the qualities, the adjectives are together with the Now you can say sunny weather. The weather is the temperature. And the adjective used is sunny, sunny weather. Again, you can say lovely beaches. Beaches is the noun and lovely is the adjective, right? Fantastic day, all right? Friendly locals. Again, the sunshine state. So let's go ahead. When we think of activities, we have an idea about if it is a low or a high risk activity, right? So, based on the activities that you do for fun, do you think they have low risk or high risk? Are they activities that you can have serious accidents or even go dying? So let's check here. We have bowling, hiking, hanging out, fishing, clubbing, working out, and camping as low risk activities. But climbing, hiking, and diving, they mean they are high risk activities, right? So you can have serious accidents and die, right? Take a look at the example. I guess going bowling is usually safe. Safe means secure. And the person says, not always. Once I pull a muscle bowling. So you can have a simple, not so serious, but you can have an accident by going bowling, right? So be careful when you practice these activities, right? Attention to the common mistakes. You say, the climbing is an activity of high risk. Is it correct? Well, it's not common to say that way. So what is the most common way to say? You say, climbing is a high risk activity. All right? So you start the sentences by using the ing of the verbs. But climbing here is not a verb. It is the noun because it is the subject of the sentence. You see? Okay? And what about here? To skate is fun and good exercise. Is it correct? So which is more common to use? To skate, the verb in the infinitive, or ing form to start the sentence? Remember, it's more common to use the present continuous, the gerund, to start a sentence. So you say, skating is fun and good exercise, right? So use the verb plus the ing as a noun because it is the subject of the sentence. All right? So what is fun and good exercise? Skating. What is a high risk activity? Climbing. All right? They are the subjects of the sentences. So they are nouns, right? Let's imagine now a little. So suppose you are in Disney World in Florida visiting Orlando, the parks at Disney World. So here in Florida, we want our visitors to have the best possible time. So we'd like to know exactly what you love doing on vacation. Suppose you are on vacation with your family visiting Florida for the first time. And here you're going to talk about the life experiences that you're going to have there by doing some activities. So the questionnaire here is about which are your two favorite outdoor activities? When I say outdoor and indoor activities, what's the difference between them? Outdoor means when you see the nature, you go to parks, it's external activities, right? And indoor, it means what? That you do that in a building, in a place. You don't go outside. That's the difference, right? So which activities that you like, that you prefer to do outdoor and indoor? Think about. And which ones that you prefer doing that in cold weather, warm weather, hot weather activities? Like going swimming. Do you prefer to do that with the cold weather or hot weather? Or warm weather? Warm means something that is pleasant, right? Not cold, not hot. Intermediate. And which activities that, in your opinion, are exciting, adventurous? Life risk is something that is exciting, but be careful, right? And the last ones here, child-friendly activities, the ones that are not so dangerous, that are safe. And children can do that without any problems, right? So based on these activities, do the forum activity at Ava and write the fun activities that you like doing on your vacation or so. Based on this exercise, try to write at the forum some of the activities that you like doing, sports that you play, things that you go doing, right? Let's go ahead. Now, you're gonna listen to the audio about a conversation between Rosie and Ben, and they're going to talk about some activities that they have done, their life experiences they had in Florida, right? Pay attention. Which are the activities they mention here? Listen.
Oh, hi, Ben. We just got back. It was such a great vacation.
I bet. I'd love to go to Florida. Did you stay just in Miami?
No, Martin and I went camping in the Everglades National Park. That was amazing.
That's, interesting. How did it go?
Well, we were having a great time for the first few days. We went fishing and hiking.
Did you catch anything? A cold, maybe?
No, but it was relaxing. And we saw alligators.
Wow. Really?
Yes. Then we went diving and saw more animals. We saw dolphins and a manatee and turtles.
What's a manatee?
Like a really big, fat, slow dolphin. Beautiful.
Sounds like you had a great time.
Yeah, we did. At first.
What happened?
Well, it's the rainy season, and, 3 days before the end of our vacation, it rained really hard, and our tent flooded and everything got wet.
Oh no! That's why I never go camping.
Yeah, at first we didn't know what to do. It was awful. Like we were cold and our clothes and all our things were wet. But then we decided to stay the last 2 nights at a hotel in Miami, and it was just fantastic. Totally.
Right. So, what did you do?
Oh, we went bowling and we went clubbing. It was cool.
Sounds like you had a really varied vacation.
We sure did. Overall, it was great, but our tent is ruined forever.
So let's check the activities that they did there, the life experiences they have had there. So the first one, they say they went camping. And the quality, the adjective used to talk about that was amazing. Another activity here mentioned was go fishing and go hiking. They went fishing and hiking. They are talking about that in the simple past tense. We went fishing. We went hiking. Alright? We went camping. Because they mention the time. They say the action here is over, finished. Right? Then the guy says, did you catch anything? A cold? What is a cold? A cold is when you have high temperature, fever, you feel bad, a terrible sensation, right? And you sneeze a lot, like achoo, right? And they also say something that was relaxing but dangerous, right? They saw alligators. Saw is the simple past tense of the verb see, okay? And they also mention another activity, go diving. In the past tense, went diving. They saw more animals. They saw dolphins and a manatee and turtles. And the guy asked, what is a manatee? Manatee means a fish that we have here in Amazonas, very common to see in the aquariums, in the rivers. That means peixe boi, right? And it's a really big, fat, slow dolphin. Beautiful, right? When you are telling experiences in your life, you mention the good side and the bad parts of them, right? So here they are talking about all the experiences they have had in Florida. But the situation that was not good, they mention like a bad day, right? A terrible experience they had, right? And what was the terrible experience they have had? Let's check. They mentioned the season. It was the rainy season. Rainy is the adjective qualifying the noun season, right? And almost here in the end of their vacation rained a lot, really hard. And the tent flooded. What is tent? Tent means where they slept. They slept in the tent. That means barraca, right? And what happened to the tent? The tent flooded. Flooded means inundated, right? It got totally wet. Wet means molhada, the opposite of dry, right? And the guy says, that's why I never go camping, especially in the raining season, right? It's not a good idea to go camping when it's raining a lot. And other things they mention here, they got cold, their clothes totally wet, they stayed the last 2 nights in a hotel, right? But it was just fantastic. He talks about that. They went bowling, they went clubbing, they did indoor activities. Remember that? Go clubbing, go bowling. So, to finish the conversation here, they say overall it was great, but the tent is totally destroyed. It is ruined forever. Now let's do this exercise telling me if they are true or false sentences. So, number one, they caught a fish. True or false? Number two, they saw four different animals. Do you remember the animals they saw? Number three, the rain came on the last day of their vacation. Four, they enjoyed the end of their vacation. Five, the tent survived the rain well. Number six, her friend seems very jealous of her holiday. Jealous means ciumento, right? Do you think the guy got jealous because they had a very fantastic holiday? So let's check the answers. And then we have number one, false. They caught a fish? No, they went fishing, but they don't mention that. Number two, they saw four different animals? Yeah, it's true. Number three, false. The rain came on the last day? No, it came much time before, right? Number four, it is true they loved the end of the vacation. They did some indoor activities, right? They went clubbing, they went bowling, they had fun. Number five, it's false because the tent didn't survive. The tent ruined it forever, right? Nobody can use it again. And number six, the last one, it's false because her friend doesn't seem jealous. He says that he doesn't like to go camping in a rainy day, right? And he doesn't like to go camping, right? Now take a look at the grammar box. We have some examples. I always go shopping on Friday. I went skiing last year. I'm going skating tonight. What are you doing at the moment? I'm sightseeing. So, as you can see these examples, we are talking about the verb go plus another verb in the ing. So let's check. We have five sentences here. You're going to tell me if they are true or false. Number one, the verbs like in the audio that we listened. in the exercise 1A can be used with or without go. Do you remember the verbs? Bowling, hiking, fishing. They can be used with or without go. Can I say I fish and I go fishing? Can I say I run and I go running? I swim and I go swimming. So, number one is true. Number two, the ing form after go is a noun. True. You say go shopping, go skating, alright? Go skiing. So after the verb go, the ing form of the verb becomes a noun. Number three, two of the examples are in the present continuous. Number three, it is true. You can say, I'm going hiking or let's go hiking. Okay? You are doing that in that moment, in that specific moment. Number four, go plus the ing is often used for routines, completed and future actions. True. You can say, I go walking to school every day, or completed actions. We went skiing last year. The action is over, completed. Or future. I'm going skating tonight, so you're going to do that tonight in the future. So you can use it for simple present, routines, completed actions in the past, or future actions. So it's true. And the last one, number five, can we use go plus the ing to talk about what someone is doing right now in the moment? No, it's false. If you say, we always go shopping on Friday, you're talking about the present, simple present, routine, not what the person is doing right now. If you say, I'm going skating tonight, you're talking about future. I went skiing last year, you're talking about the past. Okay? When we use something to say the person is doing in that right moment, we use the present continuous, not go plus the verb in the ing, right? So number five is false. So take a look. The exercise 1A, you say go fishing, go hiking, go camping, go diving, go bowling, go climbing, go clubbing. But with the verb hang and work, you say hang out, work out, right? So on page 138, you can see the grammar about unit 6, the verb plus the gerund, the verb plus the ing. Take a look at the picture. The dog is saying or imagining saying, I don't feel like dancing. So it's his birthday maybe, and he's tired, he's exhausted of the party. So he says, I don't feel like dancing. Remember, some verb phrases and verbs are followed by a gerund. Remember? Some verb phrases and verbs are followed by a gerund. Examples. I try to avoid driving in the rush hour. My friend always does funny things at school. I can't help laughing in class. Do you enjoy working here? My mom keeps losing her glasses. She does it every day. So after the verb avoid, after the verb enjoy, keep, and the expression can't help, we use the verbs in the ing. Alright? And the example from the picture, I don't feel like dancing. We use the verb in the ing after the conjunction like. Alright? What verbs are followed by the ing? So, after adore, allow, advise, avoid, can't help, the expression can't stand, another expression, consider, dislike, don't mind, enjoy, feel like, finish, hate, imagine, keep, mention, mind, miss, practice, propose, quit, recommend, regret, risk, stop, Suggest and understand, we use the verbs in the gerund, in the ing. So remember the verbs adorar, permitir, aconselhar, evitar. Can't help, the expression means não dá para evitar. So can't help means não dá para evitar, right? Can't stand means that you don't tolerate, não dá para aguentar, suportar. Consider means considerar, dislike não gostar, don't mind não dar importância, ok? Enjoy means gostar, feel like means não querer ou querer. Generally, it's more common to use in the negative. I don't feel like dancing. Eu não estou querendo dançar, right? And we have finish, that means terminar, hate, odiar, imagine, imaginar. Keep means continuar, guardar, mention, mencionar, mind, dar importância, se importar com algo, miss, perder, no sentido de não estar presente, practice, praticar, propose, propor, quit, sair, recommend, recomendar, regret means arrepender-se, ok? Risk means arriscar, stop, parar, suggest, sugerir, and understand, compreender, entender. Take a look at this. Go plus the gerund. We use go plus the gerund to talk about fun activities and hobbies. Remember that, the expressions. I go running every day. We went shopping at the mall last week. Most verbs can also be used without go to mean the same. So you can say, I go running every day, or you can say, I run every day. We went shopping, sorry. So you can say we went shopping or we shopped at the mall last week. Alright? You can say, I went swimming or I swam. Past tense of swim, I swam, right? Yesterday. Not, I go to swimming yesterday. No, go swimming. In the present perfect, the verb be can be also, no. In the present perfect, the verb be can also be used for activities. Example, I've gone camping or I've been camping many times. Okay, the same idea. When we use gerunds, we use the ing form gerund after prepositions and as the subject of a sentence. The example, I'm interested in snowboarding. In is the preposition. After the preposition, we use the verb in the ing. Another use of the gerund is in the beginning of the sentence. In the initial part of the sentence, we use the gerund as the subject of the sentence. So, skiing is a popular winter sport. What is a popular winter sport? Skiing. So skiing is the subject of the action, right? Did you get it?